Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have an uncanny ability to manipulate others and get what they want? This is where the enigma of dark psychology comes into play. A fascinating yet eerie realm of the human psyche, dark psychology delves into the art of manipulation, persuasion, influence and deception. It's a part of psychology that many of us would rather not acknowledge, but it's an aspect that's integral to understanding the complexities of human behavior. Dark psychology isn't just a concept confined to the pages of a psychology textbook or to the eerie corridors of a psychopath's mind. It's much closer to home than you might think. It's in the subtle nudge of a salesperson persuading you to make a purchase, in the charismatic charm of a leader manipulating the masses, or in the deceptive sweetness of a friend who's only interested in their own gain. These facets of dark psychology, manipulation, persuasion, influence and deception, they're all around us. They're tools used by individuals who have mastered the art of exploiting human emotions, vulnerabilities and cognitive biases for their own benefit. They know just the right strings to pull, the right words to say, the right buttons to push to get what they want. Every day we're exposed to dark psychology, often without even realizing it. It's in the way we're persuaded to buy things we don't need, in the way we're manipulated into making decisions that aren't in our best interest, and in the way we're deceived into believing things that aren't true. It's like a puppeteer pulling the strings, directing our actions and decisions from behind the curtain. But here's the real kicker. Sometimes we're not just the victims of dark psychology. Sometimes we're its perpetrators, using these tactics consciously or unconsciously to influence and manipulate others. So are you unwittingly a victim of dark psychology, or perhaps unknowingly its perpetrator? As we delve deeper into this intriguing world, we'll explore how to recognize, understand, and counter these dark psychological tactics. Stay tuned. Living in ignorance of dark psychology can leave you vulnerable, an easy prey for those who master its principles. When we navigate our daily lives, we are often unaware of the subtle psychological tactics that others may deploy against us. Dark psychology, a manipulative tool that influences our behaviors, emotions, and perceptions, is a silent predator that lurks in the shadows of our interactions. It isn't something that only happens in the world of espionage or crime dramas. It's far more common and insidious than we might believe. Imagine walking through a forest blindfolded. Without sight, you're unable to see the pitfalls in your path or the branches overhead. This is what it's like to be oblivious to the techniques of dark psychology. You become an easy target for those who know how to exploit your emotions and manipulate your decisions to serve their own ends. In relationships, for instance, a partner might use gaslighting, a common dark psychology tactic, to make you question your perception of reality. They might twist your words, deny facts, and create a narrative that leaves you feeling confused and doubting your own sanity. In workplaces, a colleague or boss might utilize tactics like undermining, where they subtly belittle your achievements to knock your confidence and assert their dominance. They might spread rumors to damage your reputation or pit you against your peers, creating an environment of distrust and competition. Even in social circles, you might find a friend who always seems to control the group dynamics, subtly influencing everyone's opinions and decisions to suit their agenda without anyone realizing their manipulative tactics. These are just a few examples of how dark psychology can infiltrate our lives. It's a silent battlefield where the victims often don't even realize they're under attack. The first step to protect yourself is awareness. Only then can you start taking countermeasures. Knowledge indeed is power. Understanding dark psychology is your strongest shield. Dark psychology is a fascinating yet chilling field that focuses on the ways individuals use manipulation, deception, and coercion to control others. It's a covert battlefield of the mind, where the weapons are words and actions designed to exploit the vulnerabilities of others. But how do we defend ourselves from such hidden attacks? The answer lies in understanding the principles of dark psychology. When we delve into the realm of dark psychology, we uncover a Pandora's box of manipulative tactics. These tactics are often subtle, cloaked in the guise of kindness, concern, or love. They play on our emotions, our fears, and our desires, twisting them to serve the manipulator's purpose. These tactics range from gaslighting, where a person makes you doubt your own reality, to love bombing, where excessive affection and attention are used to gain control. But why, you might wonder, is it so crucial to understand these techniques? Well, dear listeners, the answer is simple. If we know the tactics, we can recognize when they are being used against us. If we can recognize them, we can resist them, and if we can resist them, we can protect ourselves. Take, for example, the tactic of gaslighting. If we are aware that such a tactic exists, we won't be so easily swayed when someone tries to make us question our own perceptions and memories. We won't be left scratching our heads, wondering if we're losing our grip on reality. Instead, we'll be able to say, "Hold on a minute, I know this game. I'm being gaslighted." The same goes for other tactics like love bombing or guilt tripping. Once we're familiar with the signs, we can spot them, call them out, and refuse to play along. Understanding dark psychology, therefore, is not just about learning to recognize manipulative tactics. It's about reclaiming our power and autonomy from those who seek to control us. But let's be clear. This understanding is not about demonizing people or becoming paranoid. It's about being informed and aware. It's about recognizing that not everyone has our best interests at heart, and that it's okay to question, to doubt, and to protect ourselves. It's about empowering ourselves to navigate the world with confidence and caution. So let's educate ourselves about these techniques. Let's read books, listen to podcasts, and engage in discussions about dark psychology. Let's arm ourselves with knowledge, not just for our own protection, but also to help others who might be unknowingly ensnared in the manipulator's web. Remember, an informed mind is an empowered mind. But how do you put this knowledge into practice? Here are some practical steps. First, understanding dark psychology is the key to countering it. When you've learned to recognize the signs, you're less likely to become a victim. It's like developing a personal radar for detecting manipulative tactics. Next, let's talk about emotional intelligence. This is your ability to identify and manage your own emotions and the emotions of others. By cultivating this skill, you can discern when someone is trying to manipulate your feelings to their advantage. This doesn't mean you should suppress your emotions. Rather, it's about acknowledging them, understanding their source, and not allowing them to control your actions. Now, on to critical thinking, an invaluable tool in your arsenal against dark psychology. Critical thinking is the practice of analyzing and evaluating an issue to form a judgment. It's your defense against manipulation and deceit. It enables you to question what you see, hear, and feel, rather than accepting it blindly. Setting personal boundaries is another crucial step. By defining what is acceptable to you in your relationships and interactions, you safeguard your mental and emotional well-being. Remember, it's not selfish to establish and maintain these boundaries. It's a form of self-care and self-respect. Moreover, consider seeking professional help if you think you're a victim of dark psychology. Therapists and counselors are trained to help you navigate these murky waters. They can provide you with strategies to protect yourself and recover from any harm you may have experienced. Finally, remember that knowledge is power. Stay informed about the tactics used in dark psychology. Read books, attend workshops, listen to podcasts, or watch videos like this one. The more you know, the better equipped you'll be to counter dark psychology. These steps aren't a magic bullet, but they can significantly reduce the likelihood of falling prey to manipulative tactics. It's a journey of self-awareness, self-care, and resilience. Equip yourself with these tools and you'll stand a much better chance against the dark arts of psychology. Dark psychology might sound menacing, but remember, it's just another facet of human behavior. We've delved into its enigma, explored the problem of unconscious victims, and presented the solution, understanding and recognizing its underlying tactics. Just as a doctor understands diseases to treat them, we too must comprehend dark psychology to protect ourselves. We've also discussed practical steps to counter this, reminding us that knowledge is not just power, but a shield. By learning to recognize dark psychology's tactics, we can prevent ourselves from becoming its victims. Remember, dark psychology is not a superpower or a mystical force. It's a strategy, a game plan. And just like any game plan, when you know the plays, you can counter them. So, Let's continue to educate ourselves. Let's stay vigilant. The journey we started today doesn't end here. It's a constant process of learning and understanding. Stay informed, stay strong, and remember, the best defense against dark psychology is awareness and understanding.